Welcome to Cosmopolitan Christ Church, India. We are at Cosmopolitan Christ Church, work together with Christ to spread the gospel, nothing but God's power, which can save the spiritual lives of Indians, Americans, British, German, Russian, and the Asians throughout the globe. We are at Cosmopolitan Christ Church, India, loves to serve and accommodate struck up foreigners in India without taking a single penny. Call us for more details to the number 7386005545.
Frolicking. Welcome back to Cosmopolitan Christ Church live streaming. How are you all? Nowadays, every day is rainy, but still we have to go on with the life. So please take care of your health. So I was at your screens with a new dimensional God's message titled Frolicking. As you all know, frolicking means jumping in joy. Frolicking means jumping in joy when something happened to our lives which we like most. So there are so many occasions, there are so many situations, if you can remember, if we can remember, we jump in joy. We jump in joy with happiness. Nowadays, if you see a cricket match or if you see a football match, when one of your favorite cricketer hits six, we jump in happiness. That is called frolicking. So, jumping in joy is of different kinds. There are so many different kinds of frolickings, if you can see. And I have two dogs in my family, and if I can observe the dog's behavior, when the dog feels happy about us, otherwise when the dog feels comfortable and secure in our family, and when the dog had his most favorite meal, the dogs jump in joy, and the dog will jump in joy around us. You have to underline these things. The dog jump in joy, and the second point is the dog jump in joy and run around us. That means the dog knows that I only fed him the favorite food of his kind. So, because he had that favorite food, to express its gratitude, the dog runs around me. The dog runs around me in joy. That is called frolicking, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. So I just wanted to compare it with our spiritual lives, with our Christian lives, with our believership's lives. So, in the course of our faithful lives, in the course of our believership lives, God continuously blessing us. God continuously giving us so much of comforts, so much of joy, so much of happiness in our lives. You need to accept it. I need to accept it. So, for that joy, for that blessing, for that happiness, where are you frolicking, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members? In other words, where are you jumping in joy? Are you jumping in joy and are you running with happiness around Christ? You must jump in joy. Otherwise, you need to run in joy around Jesus Christ. You have to take rounds around Christ. Are you doing that? Dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members, we are getting the blessings, we are getting the comforts, and we are getting the happiness, joy, luxuries from God. But where are you frolicking? Where are you jumping in joy? getting the blessings from Jesus Christ, and you are jumping in joy around a celebrity, around a denomination, around something traditional, around something superstitious. Dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church member, God is talking to you and me about this situation. Everything is fine. God is blessing us, fine. We got our happiness, we got our luxuries, we got our blessings, fine. But where is that output going on? Where is that output going on? You are working hard, and for that hard work, the remuneration should be deposited in your account. But if you are working hard and the remuneration, otherwise your salary is deposited in another employee's account, means, is that sounds good? So God is questioning us today. I am blessing you, I am giving you happiness, I am giving you joy, but you are jumping in joy in these worldly deeds. You are jumping in joy in these worldly superstitions. You are jumping in joy in these worldly personalities. You are jumping around all these things. Is that fine? Is that sounds good, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members? If you go to scriptures, Malachi 4th chapter, 2nd verse, you will go out and frolic like well-fed calves. You will go out and frolic like well-fed calves. God is comparing us with the well-fed calves. What that calf, otherwise buffalo, will do when his owner fed him plenty, otherwise when his owner fed him stomachful. The calf or the buffalo, the cow will jump in joy. He comes to his owner's house. The calf, otherwise the cow, goes to the owner's house jumping in joy. But the cow won't go to another person's house jumping in joy, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church member. The calf will know the owner's house, because the cow was very much grateful, otherwise he was very much gratitude, he was showing very much of gratitude towards the owner, so it won't go anywhere, but it will directly go to his owner's house, because his owner was good, his owner was lovely, his owner was caring. So in between, if somebody attracts the cow, then also it won't divert. If you can see in villages, the cows and calves don't divert to anything. Directly, the cow know the destination house. You know the way. The cows knows the way. Dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members, today I just wanted to tell you, God blessed you. God blessed you more than your capabilities. God blessed you more than your faith. God blessed you more than your believership. You are not capable of that. You are not eligible for that. You are not at all acceptable for that. But still, God so loved you. God is mad at you. So He was feeding you like well-fed calf. So it's your turn to show your gratitude towards God, not towards any personalities, not towards any traditions, not towards any denomination like that. Dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members, as humans, by receiving happiness and joyful life, where are we frolicking? Are we frolicking around God? Otherwise, are we frolicking around these worldly comforts, worldly deeds, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members? Frolicking in, towards and around worldly deeds means we cannot explain what is that, because we know. And when God blessed us, we again pray that God bless me more and more. It's not enough. We pray like that. God, I have so much of responsibilities. God, I have so many things to get it done. So bless me a lot. So in these worldly needs, deeds, comforts, there was no end for that. You keep on praying for extra blessings. But if you are frolicking around God, God will give you abundant grace, abundant life, abundant happiness. So what we have to do, how we can show our spiritual lives that we are frolicking around God, how we have to show to others that we are not frolicking around worldly deeds, but we are frolicking around God. If you can go to Luke 4th chapter, 18th verse. Frolicking around God means Luke 4th chapter, 18th verse. Preaching gospel to the poor is frolicking around God. If God blessed you, if God blessed you, if God gives you so much of comfort more than your capabilities, what you have to do? What you have to do? You have to jump in joy. You have to jump in happiness. You have to jump in activeness and go to the world and preach the word of God, so that those people also jump in joy like a well-fed calf towards Christ, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. So the first point is spread the gospel so that you can show to the others that you are jumping in joy around Christ, not around worldly deeds. And the second point is Ephesians 5th chapter, 16th verse. Making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. What he was talking. How you can show that I am frolicking, jumping in joy around Christ means making the best use of the time. Time. God also talking about time here. So how much time you are giving to God? How much time you are spending with God? How much time you are talking with God? How much time you are singing with God? See, we are not praying to God. We are not talking to God. We are not worshipping to God. It's not to, but in, with, as a friend, as a beloved. We have to pray with God. We have to sing with God, dear Cosmo. You have to spend more of the most time of the day with God, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. You have to think of the more of Christ in the maximum time of the day, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. Give maximum time to God so that you can show to the world that you are frolicking around Christ. The 2 points, one is spread the gospel, and the second point is give maximum time to God. Maximum time to God. So God will feed you like a well-fed calf. Feeding is normal. Good feeding is normal, but well-fed means giving food for the requirement, giving feed to the balanced life, balanced health. Well feeding means having balanced diet, having balanced health, having balanced life. So God is here to give you a balanced life. So are you happy for that? Are you ready to jump in joy for that, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members? Animals, as I am telling you, animals show, if you take any kind of animals, if you give an apple, if you give a fruit, if you give small quantity of food or rice to any kind of animal, I am not talking about only dogs, but any kind of animals, it will be very grateful to you and it will show gratitude after so many years also. Your small food of token of gift, the animal will remember for years. But as a human being, having an extraordinary artificial intelligence, extraordinary brilliance, extraordinary memory power than the animals, we are not remembering God's blessing. See, if you are not remembering the God's blessing, how you are jump in joy in your life, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. So many times we see people, we see so many people, God may be blessing them abundantly, but still they don't have any smile on their face. Maybe they are wealthy, maybe they are rich, maybe they are well enough, but they don't have smile on the face. They don't enjoy the wealth. They don't feel comfortable with the luxuries because they forgotten, otherwise they forget the blessings of God. But if you really wanted to enjoy the blessings of God, remember God and feel happy, feel good, and jump in joy around Christ, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church members. And this is frolicking around Christ. So I urge, I pray, I ask all the Cosmopolitan Christ Church members to inhabit, imbibe, practice jumping in joy. Maybe you don't have a single penny in your bank account at the end of the day. Otherwise, maybe you don't have a single rupee in your pocket in the beginning of the day, in the early morning. But if you are still happy with God, if you are still praising God for the situation what you have, God is going to feed you like a well-fed calf, dear Cosmopolitan Christ Church member. And this is Kumar signing off from Cosmopolitan Christ Church live streaming. Be safe, be precautious. Until then, God bless you abundantly. Thank you so much.